the end of the war, and with the approval of President Harry S. Truman, Operation Paperclip commenced in 1945. It was so secret, even the Justice Department's Nazi hunters, whose job it was to track down Nazis for criminal prosecution, didn't know of its existence. Between 1945 and 1959, around 1,600 Nazi scientists were recruited as part of the operation. Many had previously served as high-ranking Nazi officials, including infamous aerospace engineer Wernher von Braun, creator of the Third Reich's deadly V-2 rockets, weapons used to bomb London, England during the war. Due to Operation Paperclip, von Braun became director of NASA's Marshall Space Flight Center and the chief architect of the Apollo moon landing launch vehicle.
With the successful firing of the Saturn, a gigantic stride has been taken in the exploration of space.
Specialists in chemistry, physics, and electronic engineering were also hired. The roughly 1,600 scientists and their $10 billion in technical and intellectual secrets that included patents and industrial processes were considered intellectual reparations and a part of Germany's war reparations. Details of the covert operation finally came to light in 1958 when Time magazine ran a story on Wernher von Braun. Yet despite the publicity, no Paperclip recruits were ever charged or held accountable for their war crimes. And many went on to live happy, successful lives as US citizens. What can happen when ethical lines are challenged or crossed by the government?
All right. That was a quite interesting cold open there. We're talking about Operation Paperclip, the V-2 rocket reparations after the war. You don't really hear about it. When people talk about World War II, you hear about D-Day, right? But you don't hear a lot about the Gardelegen Massacre. You don't hear about the drama at the Siegfried Line as much as you would think. Is it because the American government and the Allies feel a little bit weird about bringing some of the Nazi engineers and generals back to America so we could get our hands on that technology? Those are the things that we'd like to talk about. So let's bring on our co-host, Jean. GP,
Yes.
How are we doing today?
Very well. Hello, Liam.
All right, doing good. That's great to hear. GP, how are you? Comment ça va?
Fine. Because of you, man.
Yes.
Because of your information.
Hey, well, we can get some applause for that. Thank you, GP. We're a team. We're a team.
Finally found a guy.
Yes, this is why we're here, because we want to find out, like, who these guys are, man.
Yeah.
Jean, help me out here.
Who are those guys? We would like to know.
Who are these guys?
And finally, Liam, you find one. You so good.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yes. Eugene. Is that Eugene Hugo right there? Dragon's Tooth, La Dent de Dragon. And So we're doing detective work. Me, GP, Gene, Cedric, and this website that we do our Sunday broadcasts, .fr.org, and maybe Gene, GP, could we talk about these pictures that we have here? I think I can get a better. There we go. That's a little bit better. What are we looking at?
En fait, nous avons compris que, et grâce à toi, que c'est la 102e division d'infanterie qui est arrivée à Gardelegen. Donc, sur la photo, on voit des cadavres. Mais les soldats, on ne sait pas. Et voilà. Et ce sont des soldats de la 102e division d'infanterie. Donc, il y a un rapport avec la photo. Grâce à toi, on a compris, en fait, qu'il y avait un rapport entre la photo de Hugo Eugène, la photo de l'homme de droite aussi, et Gardelegen. Pour Hugo Eugène, on ne savait pas. On ne savait pas. Mais sa division est arrivée à Gardelegen. C'est sa division. Donc, il y a un rapport avec la photo. Là, la photo, il y a des morts. Et là, on a des vivants sur les photos. Tu comprends?
Yes, so GP saying that we can trace the 102nd Infantry Division to the Gardelegen massacre, and it looks like these special forces, these people in the photo that that might be in GP's memoir could actually be the first witness to this horror of humanity. And we see here what looks like the Lanez, the nose, very similar, and he's got a camera here, and just a strange, it doesn't look like a military, like
and
he's carrying.
Liam, we have another picture with two guys in front of this le canon, this weapon.
Cannon.
I think there is
right.
other picture with another man, soldiers, in front of this cannon. So maybe it's also the 102nd. No, and then step by step,
102nd.
we discover maybe other soldiers, the name of other soldiers.
For sure.
It's really. You have something to add, Jean?
Yes, for sure, because the good of this, how could I say, this adventure, to me, it's an adventure because it's this grandfather legacy.
Yes.
GP got something precious that we haven't got. It's coming from this grandfather. It's like a message from grave. And so he got like a mission to find those guys, put a name on them, and find a way to know the story behind. And every little piece he find making this story and enjoy our way. We're so happy when we discover even all the little piece we can find to discover this young guy, because I realized how young they were. It's terrible. And every little new age about the little pieces coming in this theory is so great joy. Very happy.
It's like a treasure hunt.
And maybe the Association of Veterans of 102nd in Saint Louis could help us to find some name with the archive.
But now with all we know one name, so we're gonna know the people around this guy.
Right, maybe there is a link with another guys on this picture.
We're gonna find out, and the people gonna help.
When you cross
yes.
the road, Liam, on the plane, when you cross the road of the 102nd Infantry Division and the 84 or the 3rd Armored Division, you cross all their road, and there is a crossing, and maybe this picture have been taken at this crossing or
crossing point.
Ouais, voilà, c'est ça.
Yes, and this is what I feel. What I feel we're doing is sort of giving a voice to history that they want to sort of discard, like this whole Siegfried line. This was such a huge part of the war because the Allied forces couldn't break through. The Germans put up a defense for months and months and months, and the Allied forces was like, what are we gonna do? You know, it's like the Maginot Line Allemand, you know, it's like the just this fortress of defense, and then the Germans did something that no one expected. They made a huge forceful attack that was just like they did 4 years before, the Blitzkrieg. So they redid the Blitzkrieg and almost succeeded. So they're not telling us about this part, maybe because I think because of Operation Paperclip. What do you guys think? Qu'est-ce que tu penses?
Alors, moi, je pense que, comme on l'a dit avant, il y avait une course, there is a race between Russian and Americans to take technology. So, in every war, you have a regular army and a special
dark side.
Special
side, voilà.
forces,
Mais,
yes.
Yeah.
Special forces, but it's secret. Mais je pense, I think that if you put the card of the 102nd Infantry Division on this card, you can find some crossing between these two divisions to understand who took the picture, or you know. Ces divisions se sont croisées. Elles se sont croisées.
Because
et ça pourrait peut-être nous aider, mais je veux dire, these pictures are very important because it's the end of the war, the crossing of the rivers, and the entrance in main Germany, you know, for the first time, in fact, with the second armored division, French second armored divisions. Never forget Maréchal Leclerc. Never forget Maréchal Leclerc. But Americans are the first who
never forget
who came in Germany and cross the river, cross the rivers. And in this picture,
do you think it was the 3rd and 2nd Infantry Division?
Yes. Cette division a fait partie de celles qui sont rentrées en Allemagne, qui ont vraiment combattu en Allemagne et qui ont découvert des massacres. Parce que c'est ça le lien. It's also the link. It's also that the first man who saw the horror, you know. Ce sont les premiers qui ont vu
the horror,
les
right?
horreurs, les camps.
And we're talking about 1,000 people
Et tu sais,
brûlés
Liam,
ensemble. Oui.
tu sais, Liam, c'est un traumatisme pour tous ces gars. Même even when you are in, it's not war, it's civilians, it's massacre. C'est autre chose. Ces gars ont été certainement
Yes.
psychologiquement, tu comprends, il y a eu quelque chose quand même, tu comprends, c'est comme pendant la Première Guerre mondiale, les massacres sur les champs de bataille, les soldats étaient psychologiquement traumatisés. Donc c'est les premiers qui ont vu ça. C'est pour ça que c'est important. Ce sont les premiers soldats, peut-être sur les photos que nous avons, qui ont découvert des massacres. Et ça, c'est le témoignage, c'est the force of the picture.
And like GP is saying, these aren't soldiers, these are civilians, which makes the horror
Je voudrais dire aussi,
just
Liam,
that more insane.
Tu sais, Liam, mon arrière-grand-père, à chaque
Oui.
at the end of the breakfast, of the dinner, always tell
Okay.
the whole story of the war every Sunday. So all these guys,
C'est vrai.
when they come, they go back to America. What is your life? What is your life?
They should do the same. They should do the same. Ils ont dû faire pareil, raconter des histoires.
Oui, voilà, c'est ça.
They should tell story too.
C'est ça aussi. C'est le traumatisme se transmet en fait. Tu comprends?
Oui.
Yeah. Transmission of suffering.
It's something. The transmission of suffering, absolutely. It's something that you never forget, and we are still in a place of suffering with Gaza and Ukraine and the horror of civilian death. And now we know with U.S. in the Congo,
Liam.
Yes.
I would like the people,
yes.
Don't forget that a lot of people are dying now in the Congo for goods, for copper, for cobalt, for gold. There's an horror actually in Congo. Horror. They kill people.
And for just like Operation Paperclip, there's a dark side to the infestation and the infiltration of the dark forces in World War II, in the Congo, in everywhere. It's that darkness that yeah.
Ah ouais, c'est ça.
It's very true. And
the
so
kings of war. Kings of war.
The kings
of war. They're still there.
Yes.
Stolen.
They're still there.
Yeah. They're in Congo because they stole all the miniere, all the gold and copper, and they're not in Congo because they like Congo. They're in Congo for money. Kings of War sells guns for oligarchy.
And it's a story that everyone wants to come to an end except the people making the money, which is the way it goes. So we just do our part to shed light on what we have and the memories, GP's father's memories. And so we just move forward the best we can, and like GP sent a package to Maison Blanche. I think that deserves a round of applause. Right? We sent it to Donald
Eh
Trump.
oui.
Eh oui,
Eh oui.
eh oui. We talk to
Yeah.
the
And 30 cm by 60 cm.
A2, ouais, format A2, 60 par 45, 60 by 45, I think.
60 by 45. And so we're trying to do our best. Our last.
An American box.
Oui. An American box.
And n'oublions jamais on the side. Writing on the side.
Yes. You have to. Absolutely. And so by doing the live broadcasts, we're getting a little bit of traction. Last week was a really good week. We got thousands of impressions on LinkedIn, and we're up on XBay. All right, this deserves applause as well. Yeah, looks good, GP. Cedric is doing a good job.
Ah,
C'est bien.
excellent. C'est Cédric Job. Ouais, Cédric. Pour tout ce qui est communication, c'est Cédric. Infographie, Cédric. And so, never forget, Liam, we talk on Sunday.
Oui.
And on Sunday, you've got a mission, man. You have a mission. And your next mission is to call association in Saint Louis of the 102nd Infantry Division to take information and maybe
that's right, baby.
Send them
sure.
Send them the pictures and with the watermark. Donc voilà et voilà et c'est ta prochaine mission.
I accept. I accept the mission.
Cool.
Dun, 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 dun.
Oh, Lalo Schifrin. Great arranger. Lalo Schifrin. Excellent. Ah oui, mais tu sais, ça peut être the head cornerstone. Tu sais, ça peut être le déclic. Ça peut être ça peut être plein de choses, ces photos. Grâce à ton information, on peut en avoir beaucoup. Hein. Ah oui. Ah oui. À mon avis,
yeah.
c'est comme en France, les anciens combattants, tu vois, ils ont des informations, ils ont des archives. Donc, et puis même le respect mutuel, la mémoire aussi des gars, enfin,
mais oui.
tout ça, quoi, tu vois, c'est ça en fait le truc. C'est établir un lien intellectuel, mémoriel avec des gens, quoi. Tu vois. On a conservé la photo de ces gars. C'est l'album, en fait. The main thing is the album. Dans son ensemble, the album. With the writing of my grandfather. C'est un tout, en fait. C'est vraiment ça, quoi. C'est la conservation de ces hommes, en fait. De leur âme.
Yes. It's their soul. Yes, their souls are captured by the memoir, and somehow we are keeping this story, this very human story, alive, and it impresses me so much how everything we're talking about that's almost 100 years old is so relevant today. It's just like we could be talking about today's news.
Et tu sais, Liam,
and what we're talking about now. Oui.
Mais Liam, tu sais, en plus, c'était là. It was the end of the war. So maybe many of these men came back alive in America. You know,
That's a
it's
very
not a
good
picture.
point, G. Yeah.
It's not picture in 1942 or 1943.
Right.
It's picture in 1945. So maybe they go
Yeah.
back. They went back alive.
It's not Dunkirk. C'est pas Dunkirk. Yeah.
C'est pas fini, c'est pas.
Oui.
That's a very point.
Comme
Yes.
dit Christine, il y a des.
It's at the end. It's at the end of that, Gene. Qu'est-ce que tu dis?
Oui, alors.
Did you have something to add,
Moi, je
Gene?
dis, you know, I'm so faithful. I'm so faithful about those guys who were so young, who came to our country to fight. You know, the first time we are living in an era where we can soldiers doing stupid things on TikTok, and they got nothing to say.
Yeah,
you know,
true.
Content using technology, but got nothing to say. And you know, we have a legacy from this great grandfather, a legacy from people who got courage to do something in a young age, who discover our world. And I'm so proud and happy to be a part of this adventure, to talk about them, to make them talk, to try to find out what they lived, what happened to them, and name them and make exhibition talking about them, because they are reality, and they deserve it. So I'm very proud about it, Liam. Thank you.
Yeah. Yes, good. Good. Me too, Dean. Yes, it's a good to be honoring these courageous young men.
Yeah.
Came from America across the ocean to fight. Absolutely. And
So
if you see anything that looks familiar, this is.
I can't hear you.
Gene, GP?
GP, maybe?
Is there anything?
Nous travaillons à une exposition pour cette année, an exhibition for 2025, and we work, and every information you find, it's great. You know, to tell something about this guy on the exhibition, or the name. Mais voilà, au moins le nom sous la photo dans une exposition où nous réfléchissons à faire quelque chose, oui, là, avec ces photos, bien sûr, et faire intervenir et faire parler des responsables de la mémoire, juifs, tziganes, résistants, voilà, c'est-à-dire associer tout le monde, et aussi peut-être un représentant de l'ambassade américaine, puisque c'est quand même l'armée américaine qui a pris les photos. Donc nous réfléchissons à réaliser quelque chose cette année, voilà, qui pour honorer la mémoire de ces gars, tu vois. Oh oui.
Yeah, it's important to honor the memory. George Bresson was a big on the Pride of France, honoring the memory. George Bresson, yes.
George Bresson, I don't know. It's a great guitarist.
Oh, ouais.
Yes. All right. Well, once again, 30 minutes flies by like it was nothing. So, thanks everybody for watching. We'll keep doing what we're doing, trying to put the pieces together. And yes, GP's got a good idea. Just call him up 102nd Division. Hey, I got some photos. What do you guys think? American style.
Because you are a special agent of Le Vintrou.
Special secret agent. Yes. Special agent to Chicago. I like the sound of that.
Good job. Good job, Mark. Good work.
Thanks,
Good
guys.
work.
Thank you, GP. Thanks, Gene. All right, everyone. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Au revoir.
Au revoir.
See you next time.